Good evening, Cancer. This read is for you. Welcome to my channel. My name is Madeline Parker. If you would like a personal read, my email address is listed below in the description box. Okay, so I like to think my reads are for wherever the energy of Cancer is in your chart, whatever house it covers, and of course, all your planets, whatever planets you have in Cancer, but mostly your ascendant. And let's take a look at what's going on astrologically, sort of shifting right now for Cancer. What's happening for Cancer? We have Mercury going into retrograde in Scorpio, which is going to be the fifth house for Cancer. So what is that going to mean? That's going to mean communication from the past around maybe possible romances or creative projects that are very meaningful, possibly occult or deep, true, honest feeling relationships. And then we have Venus going into Sagittarius in your sixth house on November 1st. That possible relationship, it's possible for a relationship startup here and it impacting your day-to-day routine and your work. It's possible it could be a work-related relationship coming into adventurous or traveling or coming into a future position where a future is beginning in that area. So then we have the moon also in the fifth house in that new moon we had recently in Scorpio. So that would have been against possibly the initiation of deep, meaningful projects or relationships, okay? Or creative endeavors. Or a child, maybe, if you are in destined to have a child around now. This could be the time for that, to get pregnant, I suppose. Okay, let's have a look and see what the cards would like to tell the energy of Cancer for this day of October 29th, 2019. Okay, Cancer, let's see what is going on for you guys. Five of Wands, Page of Cups, Seven of Wands, the World card. That's the top. Ooh, look at where the sun lands. The sun landing right here in the 11th card. I have a sort of divine portal in my read, and this is the head. What divine wants you to think and what divine wants you to how divine wants you to process emotionally, and then this is where they cross. That's the 11th card. That makes the sun card really nice. Okay, now let's have a look. What do we start out with? Five of Wands, Page of Cups, Seven of Wands, World. Right off the bat, we have a situation involving emotions, the truth being communicated around a conflicting situation. There's going to be communications of truth. That really resonates with that scorpionic placement for Mercury. Communication. The divine wants you to hang in, possibly an argument, possibly. Divine, I suppose what that would explain why this card is there. Hang in there. You're going to get what you want. You're achieving your goal. You're arriving at your highest attainment. You're about to hit the pinnacle of this journey in this relationship. Could be a work-related relationship. Now, we're in your heart of hearts. Cancer is ready to leave an unfulfilling experience. In other words, there's prior to this, possibly what causes the conflict is something was not fulfilling for the Cancer in their heart space, and they knew they needed to move on or to be in alignment. So they needed to move away from something that was not fulfilling their needs emotionally. But then this comes in, and then this comes in telling me, and with that World card telling me that something is coming back from the past, or that this will now become emotionally fulfilling. You've held your ground around this issue, bringing you emotional, complete and utter fulfillment, a dream come true. Both these cards represent dreams come true for Cancer here in November. That's pretty exciting. Now there's peace. Where there was conflict will now be peace. There will be a breakthrough. If during this initial time people are turned away from each other, again we have the Hermit turned away, and then we have the Page of Wands turned out of alignment here. there is a little processing going on, but so it's kind of confusing that. But so we're moving forward. This is the Cancer card, by the way, in the major arcanas that represents the sign of Cancer. So something is progressing forward in balanced union. I would say in this situation, there is divine wants you to know to have emotional stability around this because you are getting what you want. There's a period of introspection to turn away prior to this happening, breaking free, because prior to, I mean, it looks like we're going into a relationship, is what this looks like. So in order for this reunion, say, to happen, uh, uh, there's a void. There's an effort being made to make sure that it doesn't disappoint the Cancerian, and so there might be a period prior to this communication for there to be a little bit of, during this transit, there's going to be a little bit of an emotional balancing that has to happen prior to action, because there's a deep connection there's a feeling connection that's being understood or being processed in order to turn into this relationship, for the Cancer to turn into this relationship or the other person to turn into this relationship ready, spiritually sound. They're aware, both parties are aware this is a spiritual connection. This is going to make the ultimate home living experience, emotionally fulfilling living experience. Cancer leaving previous ones, seeking emotional fulfillment, going forward, moving forward, pulling away from anything that isn't, again, this is a sort of a similar message, pulling away from conversations or people or ways of communicating that don't bring total head-heart alignment for the Cancer. I would say this is a spiritual step for Cancer. In other words, this is an emotional growth. This is not about material development. This is about emotional and spiritual freedom, growth, breaking through. That sun, this sun represents breaking free of emotionally unsatisfying, uncommitted situations, and trusting a divine path in that decision is paying off. The divine wants you to hang in there. It's your highest best destiny to continue on your path towards emotional, for what you deserve. Let's put it that way, for what you deserve. And this can mean in work, in all relationships for Cancer. They realize they deserve honest, true, relational, emotional unions. And now then we get the Devil card here. Let's pull a clarity on that Devil card. We get the Queen of Cups. So I would say that, oh, and then we get the Empress on it, and then I get the Devil still there. So I'm going to say that the Cancerians have pulled away from a relationship, from someone, and they have found their self-worth, and they have found what they truly deserve, and they've broken free from this. I want to say it's possibly they were, the Cancerians have had a sort of codependent addiction to this, so they've broken free from this. They've created more independence, more aligned with divine rather than a relationship. And it has really elevated their status to healed. They feel the Cancerians seem quite healed and able to sort of go on spiritual mission and seek a spiritual relationship rather than an addictive relationship. And so that's kind of the message, is that, let me just wrap it up. After a moment of introspection around a conflict involving relationships that aren't fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling, Cancerians have pulled away, discovered an independence, knowing what they truly want. They want the highest thing. They want good love. They want the best. They deserve it. Cancers are devoted lovers, devoted people in relationships in general. You deserve to have people stand up to your level. They've released an addiction and a shall we say, an attachment, a negative, unhealthy attachment to relationships, and they are now attracting and drawing in a divine, an emotionally fulfilling divine partnership. So that's really great, Cancer. Good for you. You've done the work. You've pulled away. You've pulled away from something that hurt and brought you peace. And now the divine wants you to know, because of that strength, you're going to get what you want, which is the attainment of this journey, which is possibly the true divine partnership or home life. Because we know the fourth house is Cancer, and that's Cancer really want that. They want the home family life. You're attracting your true divine home family living. New beginnings. Isn't that beautiful? Let's just quickly read that. Step into the journey without fear. The time is now. Follow your instincts and have faith in new beginnings. The road ahead is filled with excitement and joy. There is nothing to be afraid of. You are protected and led by your spirit guide. Wow, Cancer, I'm excited for you. This is pretty much a breakaway from what isn't serving you to what is in, and to what you deserve, because Cancer, you do deserve good love. You are, the most devoted sign in the astrology energies of the 12 signs. So it's time for Cancer to have that self-esteem and knowing that they deserve what they give, what they put out. All right, and you give out a lot. Cancer are very generous. They're very devoted lovers. So thank you so much, Cancer, for listening. Namaste. Have a wonderful day.